not. In terms of what happened earlier, I already warned people not to try to go camp out unregistered on state parks and national forests. Okay. You have to be a registered camper. Okay, so certain things in life indicate stay home and stay safe. Okay, when you wander onto somebody else's property and you thought it was a trail or cut through, those are the types of things. Those are the types of things. Um, a different type of park if you want to walk around. Like there are actual state parks that don't have campgrounds, something like that. But it's not even like we're allowed to camp here for nothing, where you still wouldn't be just walking on someone's campsite. It's not an empty campsite. Clearly, there's a clothesline with clothes on it, a table with stuff on it, chairs, two tents. Okay, and it's not wooded. It's like pretty, and there's no way there's a trail back there. It's all trees. Because that's a pretty big mistake. And I already explained it. If you're not here, you're not familiar with the park. The two campsites, at least next to me, there clearly was an issue. Okay, so it's you're not the first person. Okay. I would assume if you were camping here, you wouldn't be trying to do that because the road is right there. So why would you need a trail? Like we're literally right where the road turns to go up there. So why would you need a trail? And the bathroom's right there. I know, like I would never do that if you thought the person just wasn't there or something. It's got to be completely empty. Here's an example when we were at Wampatuck. There's a campsite that's pretty much a cut through to the bathroom, but you can't do it when someone's actually there. You have to walk all the way around. Yeah, I don't think many people, but they actually do care here. They don't want people walking through there because they. Do you think that the camp at the campsite put that orange thing up? They didn't. I saw it there on the ground. Someone had already taken it down. They put it back up again. It's at least two campsites right there. So there is a trail back there, but this isn't a cut through to something. It's a campsite. They're campsites. Um, Wampatuck and Tarapaca do have areas in between two campsites that cut through to the bathroom, and you can pretty much tell because it's woods, and all of a sudden there's a path. These trails are a little bit different. They're much more like narrow. Only another camper I could see actually making a mistake like that, but you just go. When you're visiting, is that weird to say? When you're visiting a state park, you shouldn't be wandering around the campground. It's a tiny area of the whole state park. You shouldn't be wandering around the campground at all. That's why the offices are usually like the stopping point. Okay, just I don't. There's trails. All this is the other thing too. If you've never been to Wampatuck, there's all kinds of trails where you could access the campground, and people don't do it. They don't, right? Because campers probably do. We do. We go into the trails from the campground to get to a grocery store. That's why they have parking and stuff at the entrance of the state parks because they assume you're going to park there and then walk around and pretend you care about nature. Unlike the people that break the rule and somehow get through the gate and drive down to Aaron Reservoir Basin. What do you think we'd be doing? What do you think we'd be doing? And then, of course, being like, what's with these people? So I saw on, I went started looking at campgrounds in Florida. I really don't think I'd want to camp there because of the wildlife in Florida. And I just don't find Florida to be safe. There's too many crazy people, too many invaders. So it's something apparently called glamping now. Okay. Like you've definitely reached the end of people's tolerance, and I'm sure you probably think it's funny and you're agitating people on purpose and stuff. Yeah, it's gross insanity. Not only can homeless people not live on campgrounds in these state and federal forests, you're glamping on them. Okay, like you've got to go. So yeah, they said a millstone again. So we all know what happened after Milton. Okay, it's called the Milliton. Yeah, a Hurricane Milliton. So that's why I'm like, I really dissuade people from going to Florida. I'm concerned about this Nevada stuff because of the proximity to California. I'm a little bit concerned um, about it in terms of people's ability, one, to protect people, and the proximity to um, a large population of criminally deranged people that are aggressive. So, this is the last day, yeah, and it's 4:40. So, I'm pretty positive we'll be taking a walk tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be taking a pretty extensive walk tomorrow and going around to see if there's any leftover things, debris. Like, it's not that I'm against the stuff that they sell, but it's difficult to burn. And then if anybody left any kindling, which I doubt, because I think they're leaving that stuff because they can't get it to burn either. Unlike Wampatuck, where someone had to tell us because we sort of forgot to go take a loop after checkout, and someone said, someone left I don't want to bother you, but someone left a whole bunch of firewood over there. And we were like, and it was basically an entire package and half a package. Yeah, so I spent an entire night just, I think it was a day and a night just at a fire. It was awesome. Obviously, there's other stuff you can do. Yeah, God creates boredom for a reason. So you think of other stuff to do. Walk around. That's why it's good to have like a pocket knife and you could like whittle wood. Right? You look at nature, you teach how to do things, make up games, all that. Oh, good, they're talking about fentanyl again because I brought that up again. There does come a time where that's really the only treatment needed. America's not going to be fentanyl free. Nope. Or just is it free at no cost? Or it's not going to be fentanyl free. Nope. You can run as many campaigns as you want. That's fine. You're allowed. You're allotted free speech. I'm not. You are. But no, it doesn't bother me that you're saying that. But I'm just letting you know it's a campaign that's going to fail. It's an end of life drug, so people don't suffer. So you're not getting rid of fentanyl. Nope. Do they think they're doing damage control? It's not a drug people are using to get high. It's an end of life drug, so you don't suffer. Right? Like, from what I can tell, cancer is a little more insidious than people actually sort of let on. Most people end up in a hospital and they're all drugged up because they have to be. It's painful. You're gonna let someone just suffocate to death or whatever it is. They have no digestive system anymore because it's full of cancer. You're just gonna let them just keep going. They decided when they got a dementia diagnosis that they didn't want to live like that. I mean, come on. If they need to translate it into that, transcribe it into that, that's fine. If that's helping you, because it's scary. Yeah. Just a reiteration too that when I started doing this, I'm pretty sure I advised people to control their breathing. And, okay, so it's been 14 and a half years, so it's up to God, but that's the thing that I don't get about refusing to tell the truth about what's going on. So they'll figure it out. Apparently, some of them you just get tired, but I don't know what happens as it progresses. Like, that person had colon cancer that was just starting to metastasize. I listen when doctors talk. When you have something on your lungs and they don't think it's anything, it's already metastasized, but it keeps a person calm when you say it has metastasized. And it's like, it's ongoing ionizing radiation and ongoing free electrons, and you clearly, your body doesn't fight it off. I'm not sure anybody does. I'm not sure anybody does because you're not understanding what I said about a God given immunity. You're not understanding it. It's in the genes, it's almighty, it's in the genetics. Okay. So you could have areas where everybody's going to be nuked till they pass away. Yep. And then because so much radioactive material is released, it has a time to break down. It's in the soil, everything you eat and drink. Okay, so those people that remain would have to have an immunity to that to survive. I really like that film Downsizing. I think you should see it if you haven't seen it. I should say I like the concept. I didn't. I veered off at the end. I completely lost interest in it. Yeah, just the second that like the chick left him, it didn't downsize. I veered off the entire. Yeah, I didn't even. I don't even know what happened at the end of the film. We both lost interest in it, but I wanted to see that film from the time it came out. I saw the previews before it came out at the theater. Finally saw at least most of it or something, half of it. Um, right, because they got small, but everything around them was small too that they were living in, so it seemed the same but better. That's why it's called Leisure Time. Okay, so that's what I would say is going to happen to the other species. Right, and then it's going to be like they can just breathe like there's no tomorrow again because they're so small and they've released so much nitrates. That's why I think they're probably ants, some kind of ants or insects. Right, because they're allowed to do the things they like to do. In truth, like they can constantly make highways and build, they can help each other, they're driving all the time. They have like a, don't they have a queen? And they can probably have wars and stuff, right? and they're never going to get fat because there's so much nitrates they have to eat. So, I mean, just imagine how much more earth you guys are going to have when you're the size of an ant. I am not kidding. Not kidding. I mean, I'm not saying it to insult you. That is like the one species I could see would be one of the best placements for you guys. I know sometimes I wonder if people think I'm kidding when I'm absolutely not kidding. I am absolutely not kidding. Because you can't be something bigger or the size you are now because there's no room on Earth for you. And all you want to do is breed and take over more territory and tear crap down. So it's got to stop. Like you're like a bunch of T Rexes and it's getting scary. Like you're going to take down every tree on planet Earth and we all die. Yeah, like you've got to be going into something microscopic even. That's why I know some people misinterpret what I'm doing. That's why I try to explain to you that you don't think. Because at that point, you're worried that you won't have a brain or something, right? You don't think. You don't think. Oh, good. Here comes. Here he comes. Hi, babe. Yeah. I got a few of them right here. Want me to bring your chair over? We could probably even put the cooler right there if you want this thing on it, but it looks like it's starting to go to shade over there. Oh, do you need me to plug in a charger? Okay, babe. Hmm? This is the last day, babe. Let me put one of those shoes on because he sounds like he's not in a good mood. Do you want me to move over there, babe? It looks shady. I can move over there. Yeah, that's the last thing we need is to be frozen. This is already annoyed. I was just gonna put City Confidential's on, babe. Hmm? I think I just had it on. What's going on? What? Right? Oh, it's down here. What is this? I don't understand what's going on. Okay, okay. Yeah. Cool stuff. Whoops. Shut this off. Hi. I was just about to shut it off, and then I realized someone was in the chat. Get you a drink. Brian's right here. He was taking a nap. He usually takes a nap in the afternoon. His brain has to heal because he has traumatic brain injury. It doesn't have times on it, so I don't even know when the person left the comment. That wasn't the best choice. Turn this way. That's even worse. No, this is good like this. Now my legs are on the side. It was cold this morning. Went down to the 40s. Did you actually sleep, babe? Yeah. Oh, did you want some coffee? I was thinking I might make some coffee. I'm sorry. I just offered because I was thinking I might have some. Were you awake when those ships walked right on our campsite? I kind of am thinking they're not camping here, just the way they were dressed, like they were going on a hike. No, right here. It kind of shocked me at first. I was sitting basically right there, right? And the first one, I think, was basically telling the other one to follow us. It was really more like one person, but it was two women. She just walked right there, and by the time she got to almost where the supply tent is, I go, "Can I help you with something?" And she goes, "Oh, I thought." She goes, "Oh, no, I thought this was a trail." I go, "No, this is a campsite." No, I go, "This is my campsite." And then she left, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" There is no way, shape, and form a trail behind here. But then, remember how I told you they put those orange things up behind that campsite and the one next to it? That's why. So clearly, that's a problem. And if the park rangers put up barriers to stop you from doing it, they clearly want you to stop doing it. Not I'm an asshole. You just go, how would you possibly think that a trail exists between my tent and my chair? And why? The road is right there. Why would there be a trail through here? Yeah, let's cut through here. And then you go, I can see why people have dogs. They don't want to spend 6 years of their life in an assault and battery case. I don't have to be right about everything, but it makes me feel a little bit better about myself when stuff like that happens. And I realize that I am right. I shouldn't say right, but like other people think the same thing or whatever. You just go, all right, so I'm not being insane. Because sometimes people are so insane and then you react to it and then you question your own self. Like, is it me? Am I overreacting? I get to pay $17 a night to sit here. You're in a park walking around paying nothing. Just, this is essentially where I live for 2 weeks. Yes. I didn't say I owned it, but this is my area for 2 weeks. I paid for this to be my area for 2 weeks. I didn't steal it from somebody else. This is in a house. Like you stole my house. Okay. This isn't what do you call it? This isn't Quincy Thomas Green Library where you tell me I can't be when it's public fucking property. Okay, just you do it on public fucking property. There comes a time to say fuck, like in planes, trains, and automobiles. It's not my problem that other people overuse the word. Okay, there comes a time to say fuck. Okay, Like, you're fucking insane. You're not just insane, you're fucking insane. It's public fucking property. Not you go, oh, it's this again. Whenever someone tells you that, oh, it's this again. Yeah, it's this again because it's still public fucking property. So it's always going to be this. I wouldn't need to sleep on public fucking property if you didn't take my fucking house that I paid off. Also, the dude that I was married to was still making payments on the fucking house when you put it in foreclosure. So after that, babe, I just reiterated to people like me to not camp here because it's kind of too much. We didn't have anything like that going on at any of the other campgrounds. No, like I explained the woman with the dog that we didn't realize wasn't camping there, but she didn't walk on our campsite. Yeah, but she technically really shouldn't have been doing that either. That's a really big state park where she could walk her dog anywhere. She didn't need to be walking through the campsites, but she probably wanted to say hello to people. But like, yeah, you can't like just make exceptions just because of that. Some people probably don't like that either. Say you were living in the city, okay? You're a regular Christian American and you're living in the city and you want to go camping just to sort of get away from it all. You're not here for people to be walking around saying hello to you and stuff. I guess that's kind of how we because we're forced to be in the city and we never even get to go into an apartment enclosure. We're just in the city. It begins to wear on you. I lived on 4 acres of land in the middle of nowhere for a reason. So, yeah, you don't want to hear about being in a community from people like that took your fucking house on 4 acres in the middle of nowhere. I wasn't foreclosed in like Detroit or something. Nothing. I some music like jamming. Sounds like rock music or something. Oh yeah, let me warm up some water. What time is it?
is shooting in the middle of the day at Rice Village. I thought this was just very, very unusual. I thought maybe there's more to this than just a simple robbery attempt. If he just
It
wanted to
moved
steal
over
her
into the little
vehicle
puddle
or
of
her
water.
property, he could have easily done so. Had no reason to shoot her if he was
But
just
it
trying to
actually
get the
is
car.
dry enough.
We don't know if it's
It used to
someone
be
that
way
knows
bigger
the
puddle.
victim or what it is. So you have to look into every possibility at that point.
To get more information, Houston detectives head to the hospital where the victim, Julie Graves, has been taken. They learned she had been shot once by a man she had never seen before.
Julie Graves was shot with a 38 caliber projectile. Anytime that you're shot with a smokeless powder cartridge at close range into your chest, you are looking. Not all those wounds are fatal, but many of them are.
It was almost point, and it exited here. And so it literally just went all the way through my body without hitting any vital organs.
You just go, really?
Yeah, there was.
It's like, you're wrong with people. Like, who's supposed to take that
They
out of
started
it?
out
Gross.
as
That's the
any
first
other
time that
Wednesday.
happens since we've been camping.
I was an advertising rep for Houston Press, and a lot of my customers were in Rice Village. So I pulled in probably about a 1:45 to the parking garage. And so
I
I
would hate to
opened
think
my
of
door and I stuck my foot out and I turned around to
shit like that.
get my invoice. And whenever I turned back around, there was a man
I'm
standing in my
pretty sure
doorway.
that little thing
I thought
actually
that
comes
he
out
was
too.
just probably trying to pass by. It's
But
tight
yeah, if it's
parking,
your
and
food, you should just sweep it out
I
with your
didn't
hand
feel
and throw
threatened
it on the
until
ground.
he
It's
actually
your
spoke.
food. Now somebody else
He
has to
stepped
handle it if
closer
they're
into my
taking it out of
doorway
shit.
and he said, "Scoot over." And he was the first. I said, "No." And he was like, "Scoot over." And I said, "No," again. And then he pulled out a gun and he said, "Scoot over and you won't get hurt."
Oh, yeah.
I scooted over, and as he was trying to get in, I immediately tore the door locked.
Get away my paper towels to clean up somebody else's mess. Oh yeah. Um, this is the first time this has happened at this campground. Yeah, someone left all kinds of food in the sink. It's like totally nasty. Just bitching about it, Brian. Like if it's your food, just take it out with your hand. It's your food. Now someone else has to clean that shit out and waste their own napkins and shit. It's fucking gross. I gotta wash my dishes and that shit too. And I said you hate to think what these people's living conditions are when they do shit like that.
Minutes to survive.
Right, here comes the Park Rangers now. They're supposed to do that. They're these people's fucking slaves. Yeah. Oh no, we're the scumbag homeless people. Clean up after our fucking selves.
Police realize if they don't nab him quickly, he'll probably be back. And the next time, the victim may not survive.
Like I said, I do my dishes, I should say, like right away typically because the thing is right there. Whereas at Pearl Hill, it seemed like a mile away. It wasn't a mile away, but it was, the wash station was a little bit down the road. I still wash them. I just didn't do it as often. See if that thing's boiling.
The Baldy Pro, only at Groomy.
US Virgin Acid, naturally in rhythm.
Miss us? We're back, baby. We're hard at work making more episodes of NCIS Origins for you.
We're so bad.
NCIS Origins is moving to Tuesday. premieres October 14th, part of CBS Premiere Week, and streaming on Paramount Plus. See you there, folks.
You don't usually see this. A crime scene, a bullet, a trail of blood. All of it in the parking garage where so many of you shop.
Houston PD is on the hunt for the Rice Village shooter. They bring in the Texas Rangers for additional support.
There are random attacks in Houston every day, but because of the stop trying to identify and arrest him.
Throughout Houston, the shooting is all
Were they
anyone
over
can
there
talk
today?
about.
The community of Rice
The
Village couldn't
toilet.
believe this happened because Rice Village
The
would seem like
handicap
the
one,
safest
but there's only
place
2
in
toilets
Houston.
in there. So I'm
None
sure
of
the
us
other
were
one's
ever
gonna
afraid to
quickly
go over
run
there
out
and just
so
walk
you
around,
know.
even at night, to go to eat at restaurants. We never were, be
Someone
careful,
must be going to the
watch your
bathroom.
car, stuff like that.
It just shows you how many
These
more
shootings
people are here.
made us more aware that terrible things can happen. It
So I had
reminded
luckily I
everybody
had a little bit of
to pay
tissue in my
attention.
pocket, so I'll
And
make sure I put
everyone,
something in my pocket now.
business owners as well as
Which might be the
you know,
purpose of
business
that. Let me put it in
businesses
my pocket
who are
before I forget. I was gonna wipe out the
In response, the Rice Village Business Alliance holds an emergency session.
everybody was there for the meeting. We decided we were not going to close any stores or not be terrorized by this.
For Houston police, it's as if that bomb they were preparing for 70 years ago finally went off. Suddenly, they're
eat some
everywhere.
caffeine.
We're out there every day looking for the suspect, patrolling a lot more in the neighborhoods around that area. In fact, after this event happened, probably you couldn't see go more than 3 minutes without seeing some police car drive past your window.
Police go door to door asking every merchant and restaurateur for leads on the gunman.
Rice Village is not like your typical mall that's on a freeway. The merchants own their own businesses there. Their customers, a lot of times, are known by the merchants. So this is a very close-knit community. And if the suspect would have come into that Rice Village shopping area frequently, they would have been known by someone and recognized by someone.
But not a single merchant across 16 square blocks has anything to offer.
It just said orientation locked when it was turned. Right. What is it gonna take for a phone to realize I never want it rotated? I never want it rotated ever. It's on. The auto rotates off, and it still does it from time to time. And to get it fixed, I have to turn it on and then get it back and then turn it off again. I don't know what it takes for a phone to realize I never want it oriented that way. Oh yeah, I sent Candy a text asking her what day she might be available, babe. That's true. I didn't even think of that, but it is Taunton. But I was just asking her if she had a day that we could just take the commuter rail out there and get at least most of our stuff because we have a storage now, and I need my laptop for my Social Security hearing. So she made several dates with me, and I'm the one I changed it twice. Yeah, so I have my appointment with my therapist on the 3rd, which is Wednesday before we leave here. So I don't know if I mentioned I contact my PO again, and my date is actually October 16th. So put that in your book, babe. October 16th, I'll be at Dedham District Court to get my paperwork that proves that my case is dismissed. So people don't have to worry about anyone is somehow getting away with quote unquote crimes. I don't think I had an income at the time of the crime, no. If that's a crime at all, which I don't believe it is. They didn't ask. I'm not on trial. Pre-trial probation. I don't have to testify anything. I don't do a plea and I don't testify anything. Because clearly there isn't enough evidence to convict me. The whole entire thing is ridiculous and a farce. Typically, people don't even charge you. Yeah, this person doesn't know that. Typically, people don't even charge you. And then it's a slap on the wrist. You just go, yeah, okay, don't hit anybody again. And that's the end of it. Not you spend 6 years in a delusion believing that you're preventing me from getting housing because of a quarry. October 17th, make up another thing. Like, don't attack me again, think there's going to be another court case. I'm saying make up another reason why you refuse to house me or why I'm not being housed. Maybe. Maybe they don't want their children to be scared. They don't really care what I think or what I'm going through. Oh, yeah, babe. On the CNN thing, I guess that they made the gas cheaper. Trump made the gas cheaper. It's the cheapest it's been in a decade. And they were talking about the Titanic again.
They're going to make everything else more expensive before
I don't know. They didn't say that. It was just about the gas. It was like a big headline. Remember, I was saying we're all on the Titanic with the nuclear weapons. It's when other dogs walk by. They don't really bark at people, I've noticed, just other dogs. I'm sure they wouldn't like it if someone wandered into their campsite, though. I have no reason to walk by there, and I can walk this road to get to the same beach, by the way, which is the Campers Beach, by the way. The Campers Beach. That is the name of it, and I hadn't looked at the map when I was like getting kind of wigged out, and then I was like, oh, I guess they come here because they don't have a pond to bring their kid to, and then I looked at the map and realized it is actually for the campers. It's called the Campers Beach because we pay money to use it. We pay money to use it, and you got to walk by, drive by, or do horses or bicycles to get to it. Yeah, they come, they're gonna get you. I'm just kidding. Maybe they have toilet paper. Some people do. Some would probably might have went up there and then said something about we have no toilet paper. Okay. No, I would just use my own stuff. I'm not going to tell them that they come here every day to do the bathrooms. I'm not going to go up there and go, there's no toilet paper. I will tell you this, it's not me using it all. I've been here since what, the 21st of August? Was it the 21st of August, babe? Was it the 21st of August we got here? Something like that, yeah. I've been here since like the 20th or the 21st of August, so I would know because every day the toilet paper would be gone. It's because there's a million people here right now, like I said, and apparently some of them are going to the bathroom a lot and using a lot of toilet paper. Yeah, like in their defense, they may have filled the thing up on Thursday or Friday, and I don't remember right. And they didn't expect it would actually run out by Sunday afternoon. Two rolls in one stall gone. I didn't check the other stall, but that's going to be gone because the other one's gone. There's only two of them. Oh, and the one that's supposed to be for disabled people, so they'll go in there just to grab toilet paper now. Yeah, they will do it. I've got napkins and paper towels, believe it or not. Gone up in the world. Some people would just bring a washcloth in there every time they went and then wash it out and hang it up because they are weird. Some of them don't even use toilet paper. Like, it's nice to use it and then wash yourself, but you could actually get away with not using it at all, especially if you follow a certain diet. It's those simple carbohydrates that cause a problem. If you're on a high fiber, high fat diet, it wouldn't even be an issue. You could just use a washcloth and then wash it out after. You got to wash it out, like not just rinse it out. You got to wash it out and hang it up like you laundered it. Why would that be gross? There are plenty of leaves. Plenty of leaves. They have a primitive camping in New York, but it's not open in the wintertime. It's $14 a night. So I know you go, why would I go camping in New York? Because Massachusetts doesn't have any year round camping. Okay, so I don't know what they do in New York because I haven't actually tried to book anything. It costs more if you're a non resident too, but it's still cheaper than a hotel room. I wasn't living in hotels either. We'd get a hotel like once a month because we're a married couple. Yeah. And it's in the winter, you can get deals for about 100 and 120. That's a week at a campground. And typically, you can't cook in a hotel. You can microwave stuff, which is not really the most healthiest. I used to get like, I'd pay a gazillion dollars for cooked chicken at Roach Brothers and make sandwiches out of it. You get tired of buying all that stuff that has to be microwaved, and it's awful for you. So, yeah, just give yourselves 2 cents a pound chicken that has to be cooked, and then charge homeless people $16 a pound for chicken that's cooked with your hands on it and filled with salt. do that for about 10 years and then come back and talk to me. None of that is needed. Nope. Why would that have to be done to keep you calm? There's some food pantries, by the way. If we were allowed to camp from May 1st to October 12th, even if we paid, they won't allow us to do it. There's a 14-week rule. If we were allowed to do it, a food pantry would probably let us use a food pantry. So if you have money, you can camp in the wintertime. You can, right, you can camp more than 14 days if you have money. Did anybody Google something called Normandy Farms, by the way? Oh God, I didn't get a chance to tell my husband this while he was sleeping, babe. I was looking up state parks in Florida, and now they have this thing. Brace yourself, okay? It's called glamping.
Yeah.
You heard of this? They're doing it in the state parks in Florida. So don't ask why those people keep getting blown away with hurricanes. If I could ever get close to eating, okay, yeah. If I could ever get close to hating, yeah, um, tied campsites for a car to pull onto in a forest, a state forest that's supposed to be preserved land. Glamour camping. $600 to rent out a room in your house, and you have to have perfect credit and 3 times your monthly income. Like it's a wedding ring, like it's an engagement ring. People that tell you can't sleep on public property. If I could get close to hating, yeah. So I see, right, that you do actually have swaths of land that are just public lands. Okay. And people in houses and have money can come and walk around them, even when people are forced to pay to have a place to sleep. So I guess the only solution is the ovens. That's about the only solution now. Jails, putting us in jails. They're gonna lock us up because we won't stop sleeping in a stairwell so we can lay down and be sheltered from the weather. They're gonna lock us up. We're gonna go to jail. They're gonna tear down tents. They're gonna charge for campgrounds. They're gonna say you can't camp in the winter. They're gonna walk around your campsite in the summer when you are paying. I am sure I don't sleep at schools, but I am sure they tell you you can't sleep in a public school even in the summer because some reason. when it's funded by the state, which is us. That's our property of the people, by the people, for the people. It's not a private school. It's not a Catholic school. Even the MBTA is getting money from the government, but you can't sleep there, and they have their own police force. That doesn't understand their job. They're supposed to make sure people aren't interrupting transportation. Tell me what my job is. Probably. My husband noticed it, so I don't know if they actually are so insane, right? That they went and said, we're going to just walk down this stairway, even though we have no reason to. And then they're impeding transportation or something because it was fucking weird. No one parks back there. Yeah, it's probably exactly what happened. Because when they complained for no reason, they probably told them, are they blocking the parking lot? Are they blocking the turnstile? Then don't call us. And then they started purposely walking down those stairs for no fucking reason. Because no one parks there. You have to go to the Braintree parking lot, the Braintree Red Line Station parking lot, and then take a look. No one uses that stairwell. That's part of the reason it's in the condition it's in. They're just deranged. Like that's like a game that they're gonna win and stuff. And you just go, what the fuck? That's what you do with your life? And then over here, you have the homeless people, and then they see, there they are doing it. And then we call the police, and then they tell the police something about they don't have a right to do it and stuff. Because they don't. They have to tell us to leave because you're psychotic and you're dangerous. This is an eviction. That's why they told us to leave. Not you were right, but you're psychotic and dangerous. No, but me, imagine if I had a dog. Because even if the dog was leashed up or whatever, they were heading right towards where my tents are. They would probably act like that was insane that my dog was attacking them, and I would just sit there going, and I'd eventually have to tell the dog to, stand off, and then you just go. I wouldn't even ask them if they were hurt. I would just wait for them to get the fuck off my campsite. I wouldn't have to say anything had I had a dog. Yeah. She wasn't going to stop walking until I said something, by the way. She literally didn't stop walking till I said, can I help you with something? Because I expected her to sort of like, I looked to see if she lost something, like if she was playing frisbee and it went on the campsite or something. Nope. That's how dangerous I am. Yeah. If we were both taking a nap, how long would they have wandered around our campsite? If I walked to the trees and then we would hear them talking to each other over there in the corner where the tent is. Those people. If we were both laying down in the tent at that time. Because she did not stop walking until I finally said, can I help you with something? some other people were probably camping on one of those two sites, right? And they just walked right through, and the people were probably stunned and didn't know what to say. Yeah, that's what I would gather. But obviously, eventually, someone that was camping here complained, and they put those orange things up. No, there's no campsites back there. Nope. The road is literally right there. We're on the corner. The dumpsters are right behind here, behind these little tiny bits of trees, is the dumpsters. And the road curves right here. And then the road curves down there. And you, if you walk a little bit of distance to the campers beach. I, yeah, just there's no trails over here. $5:35. I'll have to think about dinner. Well, I'll see if he feels like having tuna fish tonight or just cheese, grilled cheese. I don't really feel like having the egg noodles tonight, but if he wants egg noodles or noodles and noodles, it's up to him. No, yes. Are you hungry yet? Okay, I'll wait a little bit then. I usually like to wait till about 6. I think I used to cook later when we first started camping. It's getting lighter. I mean, it's getting darker earlier now already. This would have been great if we were able to do this from May 1st to October 12th. This would have been great. I mean, we wouldn't stay here. Um, I don't know. I don't think there would have been any reason maybe we would have gone anywhere but Harold Parker at this point. We may have, unless we do like Wampatuck too, but we probably would have just stayed at Harold Parker the whole time. For some reason, this walk into the grocery store from Wampatuck is easy. You have two different options. Yeah, that's the bad thing about Harold Parker. There's no TD Bank. Yeah, that's the bad thing. They had that Walgreens, and I noticed in Taunton they closed two of them, which is good. Because, right, as I explained, I'm a TD Bank customer, and I don't appreciate being charged to take money off my EBT card. Okay, and then I can't even deposit it at that thing, and it's saying it's TD Bank. So you walk all the way out there, and it's in a Walgreens. It's an ATM that's going to charge you something, and you can't deposit money. So yeah, I don't appreciate that at all. So I would suggest TD Bank stop doing that completely. It gives them a really bad thing that they're charging poor people to take money off their EBT card. Right, because they don't do that at their branches. No, they don't, because I did it before I opened an account there. They don't charge you to take money off of it. Right, that's probably my only complaint about TD Bank and all the time I've been banking with them. Which is it getting close to a year now? Yeah, it might be a year now, or a little bit over a year that I started banking with them, because everybody demands you have a credit card. You can't do anything because no one can. Some of them are still trying to prove no one can. When we went, okay, no one can, bye. I guess we all die. Wink, wink. No one can. So now the people with the power to do population control are doing it so you don't kill them all. They're going to choice pick who gets to live. I don't know what to tell you. That's not going on. That's not reality. Whoa. You would have to decide that they don't care anything about their children, their grandchildren, their great grandchildren. And they also don't believe that they can cycle back here. You have to believe both of those things. I know you just go. They're just gonna leave their grandchildren and great grandchildren to be subject to this bullshit, and they have the nuclear technology to get rid of you. Really naive. Are you holding them hostage? Bad move. Active military family said, just keep nuking us. Right. Just keep nuking me. That's what I want. That's my last will and testament. We will birthday cake all these MRFs. Your children have to live here the rest of the time, even if they're not my species. What if I'm wrong and you do cycle back? And then what are the conditions going to be? So that was a really bad move. Really bad move. Went over the thing about how I theorized that those nuclear plants don't have nuclear stuff in them. It's like a decoy. Yep. Try storming those castles and then finding out there's nothing in there. After a big battle war, like you're in Empire Strikes Back, and then you enter the thing and it's empty. Like Homer Simpson's in there making donuts, and there's no nuclear material in the place. I think she has a little bit of food up at the mobile, but I really don't want to buy food. Yeah, like I would only do that if we depleted everything we have. Yeah, you just go. I guess I'm eating grilled cheese sandwiches for 2 days or something, right? And then it's an hour from here. I know she's got Diet Coke. Yeah. Did you guys know this insanity about the people in Taunton have to buy a specific type of trash bag? Apparently it's been going on for a long time because she was like, okay, you're clearly not from Taunton. I was like, no, we're from Cambridge. Yeah. Yeah, that's insane. I'm sure there's all kinds of insane stuff going on for people that are in housing. What does that even mean? Like plastic and metal and stuff when you're holocausting U.S. citizens? What matter is that? You're glamping, you're destroying national preserved state parks and federal parks. Okay, you're polluting all your water and then you care about plastic or yeah. I mean, I guess that you wouldn't the pollution in general. What matter is that when you're holocausting U.S. citizens, then you thought that they would actually care about the environment to what? help you stay in control of us. Bad plan. Yeah, like where you going? Well, they're not gonna have a choice because it's their drinking water. It's live free or die. We don't care about the drinking water anymore.
It wasn't my day to work, but something just told me to come to work, so that's what I did. I did my
I
patrol
probably shouldn't say we, but I don't think they
Now,
care about the drinking
after
water
about
anymore.
4 or 5 hours, it became slow, and I decided that, well, it's probably time to go home. But that voice said, check the rest areas one more time. So that's what I did. I didn't notice anything suspicious at all. It was pretty much the norm for that particular area. I did notice that a few vehicles
They're plugging
were
my phone in.
getting on the lit portion of the rest area.
I don't think my charger in there is probably done.
People don't want to be noticed.
I don't like to use the
They
red
prefer
one
to
until
go
the
home
nighttime
when
because,
it's a little bit darker.
yeah, I definitely won't charge the red one unless I'm
Sitting
sitting
on
here
patrol
watching it.
car,
That's nice. But
and
I
I
never charge
run
both of my
license plates
power
on
banks at
my
the same
foot.
time just in case. And it's, yeah, you just go, two bad apples spoiled the bunch. You had
Not a
one
problem.
in like
It
May
says
at Hal
no
Packer that
license plate
stole a portable
without a
charger,
warning yet,
and then
but
you
all
had
it
the
is
dude
they
here that
want
walked off with the laptop.
the vehicle wanted
Yeah,
the
so I
call
mean,
sign
in
to
general, that
occupant.
doesn't happen. It's just once in a while. If you camped the whole season, you'd probably run into it 3 or 4 times,
The rabbit
unfortunately.
called back immediately. Within minutes, we caught the white runner.
Environment silenced. Soul headlights off.
See if my charge is done. It looks like it charged all the way.
One of the officers assisted me in getting him out of there. Once we got out, the one fight was over.
I don't think so. I think we tried that. I don't think you can charge the laptop with the power bank. Didn't we try that, babe? Charging the laptop with the power bank.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
I made it work, but it says it's not strong enough.
Oh, I guess it gave a prompt that it's not enough power to charge it. Yeah, they sent me an email to remind me it's due on the 2nd.
Talk to your healthcare provider or visit healthstopthevirus.com to learn about the importance of staying engaged in HIV treatment.
Yeah, I actually did. I should shut this off and try again. I hit to look at my account, and it would the thing was charging at the time. So let me shut this off and check.